Parents often ask me, what does a baby adjustment actually look like? I'm Dr. Steve Lako with Lako Family Chiropractic. I'm a pediatric chiropractor, and today I'm going to show you what it looks like to adjust a baby. But today I'm going to be using my daughter's baby doll for multiple reasons, because I can slow down, I can show you the importance of the neurology and what we are doing and the effects it has on the baby, and also what effects and the importance of the baby's development. The main reason why babies come into our office is because of stress, and stress can happen at any stage. It can happen during conception, during pregnancy, the birthing process, even the first months after being born. When a baby is stressed, they can get stuck on stress, and that ruins the whole balance and harmony of them growing and developing properly, easily, naturally. So here's the thing, babies can't tell us what is going on with their health. We rely on the parents and the symptoms of the baby. So the parents will come in, say that the baby is constipated, colicky, spitting up all the time, not eating well, developmental delays, fussy, not sleeping. I mean, the list goes on and on what we see parents complaining of. And realistically, this isn't random. These are actual things that are showing us that the nervous system is under stress and not adapting well. So in the office, we do a very thorough evaluation with the baby. We want to make sure that we get the baby's history, so we know how long this stress has been stuck on. We want to make sure that we run our technology to see exactly what's going on with the nervous system so that we can keep track of it as we start to correct things. So one of the major checks that we do with babies is leg length. Leg length shows us if there's any pelvic imbalances or distortion. And we literally just check and assess the baby's leg length. Now, the baby can be face up. Typically in our office, they are in very specialized pillows, not just face down on the table. But we check their leg length prone. So one leg will draw a lot shorter than the other, and that will show us that side of pelvic imbalance. Now, it doesn't just so much show us that the pelvis is structurally out, but more neurologically. Pelvis has a lot to do with the pelvis and sacrum association, and the sacrum is very important, which we can talk a lot more about in other videos, of the sacral pump between the cranium and the sacrum, cerebral spinal fluid that takes away toxins and also nurtures and brings nutrients to the brain and spinal cord. Pretty important for the most important piece of anatomy that we have in our body. So what we do is very gentle techniques to adjust the pelvis, to realign and reassociate proper neurological flow and make sure that the legs are balanced. Now, one of my favorite checks to do is with the atlas. The atlas is the first bone in the spine. It is the most important, in my opinion, because it has the most neurology running through it. It's the closest to the brain, and it has part of the brainstem that runs through it. This is also known in our office as the poop button. Kids that come in that are very constipated, haven't pooped for days, and we do this adjustment with them, end up having a blowout on the table or on the way home with mom and dad. Sorry, mom and dad, but it happens because we are making sure that the proper neurological flow and there's no distress or stuck stress in that baby's body. The other reason why it's such an impactful adjustment is because of the vagus nerve. And we'll talk more about the vagus nerve in other videos. I can do so many videos so long on just the vagus nerve, but it's one of the cranial nerves that runs around the atlas, and it goes to all the way down to the baby's digestion. Now, with that, with the vagus nerve, it is mostly afferent sensory, which means that it is the body sending signals to the brain of what is going on in the body. 80 to 85% of the vagus nerve is sensory afferent. So if that communication is not getting to the brain is not able to know what's going on in the body, and therefore constipation, colic, all sorts of digestive issues, a lot of other things as well that we can get into in other videos. But clearing this out is so easy to do. Now let's talk about an actual adjustment, right? So we have a listing for the Atlas. How do we actually adjust this thing? Are we going to twist and pop and crack the neck? No, obviously not. Baby's anatomy is not like adult anatomy. It needs very little stimulation and correction to actually get lasting correction in them and get rid of the stress. So we use a lot of different techniques. One is called sustained contact, where we contact the side of the Atlas, hold it steady on the other side, and we just hold it there. It's about as much pressure as you would give checking a tomato for its ripeness. Not much at all. Always, every time when I do this to parents, I take their hand and I show them the actual pressure, and they're always shocked. They're like, that's it? I was like, that's all it takes. And they can see the benefits of that adjustment. So again, safe, specific, and then we can also check pre and post adjustment to see the changes in neurology and see the changes in the baby. When we release these nervous system stress points, the nervous system can get back into the growth and regulation form, right? And the nervous system grows in a specific order. It grows from bottom up and then back to front. So the spinal cord to the brainstem, and then the cerebellum to the frontal cortex. If there is stress or stuck stress in any one of those areas, so say early on in the spinal cord or the brainstem, everything above or beyond that point that is supposed to grow normally develops improperly. So it's so critical to see these kids early, especially if they've had some stress like we've gone over earlier in the video, to make sure that they are growing and meeting their milestones, are developing well, and they're balanced throughout their system. You see what a baby adjustment actually looks like and you understand what we're doing. It's not about force, it's about unsticking that stuck stress so that the baby can develop properly. So if you have a baby at home or you know somebody that is struggling where that baby is stuck in stress with colic, constipation, I mean, all the things that we've already mentioned, it is a struggle, and maybe it's time for an evaluation. Maybe it's time to get some answers behind what's going on with your baby. So we will have a full evaluation in our office with our technology. We'll sit down, go over everything with you, so at least you have some answers as to what's going on, and then we'll provide what we can do to help. So give us a call. We are always available for a free consultation.